Welcome back to Get With The Programming. I'm Chase Ingram.
I'm Captain America.
And along with me is Bill Grunler.
Wolverine.
And this is Predicting the Programming because the floor plans finally got released. Little
Finally.
Just making up for all the early ones. They decided to go late on this one.
that balances, trying to balance out the force there. A little dark, a little light.
Yeah.
Smack dab at 7 p.m.
You can't enjoy the sunny days without a few rainy ones, Bill.
I don't know. All I know is this.
Describe my dating life back in college.
I now have 10 events rather than just 5 because we were trying to figure out like what we're going to do, and it's like, well, we got to come up with something. So I just started making up my own. So
yeah, we were going to have a show.
I have a whole another 5 set. I know.
Well, we have the floor plans. We'll go through those event by event. We'll revisit the equipment list that they released for the teams. And before we get to things, Bill, you had a fun weekend. You were emceeing a local event there in California.
Yeah. So the Central Valley Throwdown is so where we are, it's like it's the valley for us. So we're the Central Coast, and the Central Valley is Bakersfield and Visalia, and some of these small areas like Reedley, California, which is and what's the other one that was over there? I can't remember. But anyway, small area, but it's known for a lot of agriculture stuff. So we did this event at a company called Prima Wawona, which is the world's largest distributor of stone fruits. Nectarines are my favorite, by the way.
Is that a stone? What's a stone fruit?
Like the pit, like peaches, nectarines, stuff like that.
Like a plum? Is that stone fruit?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So from that area, they ship out. I think she said Tatiana was the general director of operations of that company and helped put the whole place on because that's where they ran the event. And so they do like 58% of all the peaches and nectarines in the world.
In the world?
In the world. Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, it was there. So a very wide open place, and we had a lot of the local talent in the Valley area that came out. It was really cool competition. They did a team event on the first day on Saturday, and then individual event, money to be had, all that kind of stuff. But it was crazy. There was 7 events for the team
in a day.
7, yeah,
like one day.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this: like they ran the gamut for sure. Not a lot of super long events. They had they started off. There was a health and fitness expo there, so they did a 5K fun run to start, and that was the first event. So the community came out and did that too. But it was super fun. But 2 cool things about that weekend. Well, other than other things, but I got to work with Dylan Malitsky.
Oh, Dylan! And
this is so crazy because here's Dylan.
Such a good dude.
The vice president of, Loud and Live with the sports side and everything. Right. And here's this dude who is like risen up to the top of one of the names in our space and what we do. And every time guess how old Dylan is now?
He was such a baby when we first met him.
Exactly. And to me, in my old man brain, he is stuck at that age. He came out on the scene when he was like 19 and 20.
I was going to say he's like mid to late 20s.
He's 30.
He's 30?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was crazy.
All grown up.
So it was really cool to get back to kind of like his roots. I mean, that's where we first met him is, at the games when he was just a pup, doing the emceeing. And then, I got down there on the floor with him, and I mean, I'll tell you what, like those guys and girls that do the MC stuff, it is a tough job because you are talking nonstop. I mean, we do it on the broadcast,
no.
but there's a difference
Everything's
between
the
when we're just talking right here, conversation talk, or when you're on the mic and you have to say that things are happening and this person over there and that person over there, and your voice is all up high and squeezing, and by the end of the day, you're like, shit, I don't want to say anything anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he was not the only person that was there with you.
I know. So all of a sudden, I hear, hey, so Dave's gonna be here today, and I'm like, what do you mean Dave's gonna be here?
Dave.
They're like, yeah, Dave Castro. I'm like, Dave's coming? Like, all right, that's cool. So he shows up. They actually, there was a little bit of a connection between Kenny. You know, Kenny Castro is up at the ranch, and he's got connection with some local people, and so they actually used some of the weights from the ranch for the event. So that was cool. So Dave just showed up, and I tell you what, man. For all the things that people want to say about Dave, I mean, they can say whatever they want, but when he gets into a situation where there's the crowd and the fans, that dude took pictures with everybody. Everybody. I mean, he social media'd that place out. And it was super cool. It was good to see him. It looks like he's doing well, doing his thing. And so it was cool to see him.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that sounds like an awesome weekend. It looked like fun. Obviously, me being me, I was like, oh,
I know.
I wish I was there with all my friends.
It was super fun, man. It was super fun.
I had a good weekend. Dylan, my son Dylan, he had a soccer game. He just started playing soccer. He's 4. Keep this in mind. So he's soccer, and he, Dylan is a sensitive soul. He's aptly named. I feel like Dylan is one of those. He's a very excited. He's having a lot of fun, but he got trucked. So he had a game on Sunday. And they had another game yesterday. And we were like, okay, each game we have like a new goal. And the first day it was just like, look, dude, just go out there and have fun.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what you're doing. I don't expect you to know what you're doing. I just want you to want to come back. I just want you to play sports and have fun doing it, right? And so by yesterday's game, I was like, all right, goal 1. And he'll repeat, he's like, watch the ball. I'm like, yes, because first game he would I'd be like, run, Dylan, and he would just like
butterflies and grass.
But he would like Forrest Gump, pick direction and just go. Like the ball could be over there, and Dylan's full blown. Like I'll give him A for effort, like full send, doesn't matter where. I was like, okay, follow the ball, run to the ball, and then kick the ball when you get there. And I was like, don't worry about bumping into people, but like he does not like confrontation yet.
Yeah.
We'll see what he wants to do. But so yesterday he's running after this ball and he gets trucked like hard and just hits down and he like lands on his arm and it's all scuffed up and bruised. And obviously he's losing it. And this is early in the game. So we take him off and, you like dad talking. It's like, I'm not going to coddle you. I will support you, but we'll also work your way through it.
Right.
And it's always, I was very proud of him because he went back in the game. Now, when he went back in the game, he was like running around holding his arm. And then after like 10 minutes, I'm like, cut that shit out. Okay. We put the Band-Aids on. You didn't even need a Band-Aid. Stop holding your arm. Like, let's get back in the game or else we'll just get off on the sidelines and you can hold your arm over here. And to his credit, he went back in the game and he scored his first freaking goal.
Oh, dang.
And it was so cool because like I'm trying not to be that dad. No, I don't coach. I don't coach his soccer mom. I don't coach the team. I would like to coach the team, but all of my friends' kids' parents, they were like, "You're not coaching the team."
Yeah,
I'm too competitive. But I should coach the team. Anyways, he scores his first goal. I've got Blake in my arms, and I was stoked for him, and he was so happy. He like runs out of the goal through the pile, and he runs straight to me, and to give me a hug. And man, I don't want to talk
dad moment right there, dude. Dad moment. This is here we go. Chase gonna start crying again.
I don't know, man. Like it's not about the goal, it's about that, but like it was really cool to.
That was a connection, dude.
Share that moment there's a core memory, maybe for me. I don't know. It's like
dude,
it's 4-year-old soccer, but like that was really cool.
No, that right there
that was
goes on the shelf with the you at the games for your 2010, you know,
Yeah.
up there with your dad. I mean, that's the connection, dude. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
It was cool.
That's awesome.
I wasn't expecting to. I thought I was gonna tell a story, but it
You
was
chase.
fun.
Come on
Fun
now.
moment. All right, so enough of that shit. Before we get to the floor plans, we want to thank our partners of the show, Bubs Naturals. Me and Bill both gave our morning routines with Bubs Naturals. They have the MCT oil powder, they have the collagen protein, and the apple cider vinegar gummies. A little life hack for you guys. If you're trying to cut out the sweets, the cool thing about those apple cider vinegar gummies is like if you're craving it, pop 2 of those because not only does it curb the sweet tooth, but it also has a lot of good, you know, enzyme properties for your gut health, and it helps curb that craving for or food. I always crave sweets when I'm hungry, so like pop 2 of those and you're good to go. Go to bubsnaturals.com, use the code GETWITH20 for 20% off. And oh, dude, I wore my grips out.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. The grips are so damn good, I can stay on the pull-up bar longer. And so I wore them out, but it was awesome because the guys over there at Element 26 just sent me out a brand new pair.
Nice.
3 weeks from when I really need them, hopefully.
Yeah.
Calf is coming along great. I went for a slow jog and walk day.
Okay.
I didn't have any adverse effects or feelings the next day, so the calf is coming along, you know,
Nice.
little by little. But I got some new grips, so they sent me some new ones. If you guys want to get some grips, if you're doing team stuff, it's a little too late. But if you've got master stuff coming up in 2 weeks, go to element26.co. Use the code GETWITH15 for. I'm not even joking because they're partners of the show. The best grips I've ever worn, and it's not even close.
Yeah, they are amazing. But dude, it's that tape. Ah, that tape.
Yes.
It's.
You see, they
Like,
came out with
what the heck, man? Like, it's so good. I cannot grab any other tape. That's what's bad. Is now I'm a tape snob. I'm a thumb tape snob.
I know, but when I run out, I'm like, I don't want to use this shit.
It's like, well, I guess I got to go light because I can't.
I still have regular athletic tape on my desk as backup, but if I have to use it, I'm in a bad mood, so I still have mine here.
There
And
you
they just
go.
came out with the pink. So if you guys want some new colors, they came out with the pink thumb tape, which is pretty sweet. You know, pink's not really Bill's color, but
I'm kind of a darker kind of dude.
yeah,
That's how it
black
works.
and only black. Team quarterfinals are underway, which is what we will discuss here in a second. And all controversies aside, you still got a video of that shit because Andrew Hiller's watching.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, get yourself bionic so that you know that you can reach the depths you need to get below parallel, get your arms locked out overhead, all that stuff. Wadproof Go app. It's not just about videoing your submissions and getting those in so that everyone can see and get your scores adjusted or manipulated or just added to the leaderboard whenever those scores ever come out. But they have their Get Bionic. They're using AI technology to make sure that you can move better than you ever have. And it actually sets you up with a daily computer automated program, whether you have equipment or don't have equipment, to improve that. You can even set it up to where you pick the workout movements that you're doing that particular day, and it will give you the proper mobility techniques to do that. So if you want to move better, which I really hope you all do that. It's going to help you to move better, to help you move more weight, to help you eventually to move faster, and to keep you in the game longer. So Waterproof app, you guys got to get it. Bionic, do it.
All right. I've been using it actually a lot more lately for my workouts because I work out by myself a lot.
Yeah.
And, you know, one thing during the individual quarterfinals of all the movement out there and the attention to detail, which there always should be, and I'm all for, I was like, you know, I should probably get some eyes on myself because if you're working out by yourself, we might think we're doing one thing and you could be doing another. And so I've been videoing it actually a lot more with the Wadproof app, and it's actually been really cool. And then at night before I put Dylan to bed, he's like, Dad, I want to watch you work out. I was like, okay. So fire up the Wadproof app, do a couple videos, only show them the good reps because, you know,
of course. Otherwise, it'll get put on one of those CrossFit shows. And
cool. It's a fun thing to share with. It's a fun thing to share with Dylan. All right, let's talk about team quarterfinals, they released the floor plans late last night. The events will be released sometime between now and Thursday. Who knows? But we want to go through the equipment list that they have first, and then discuss how we are getting to what we're getting as we guess the programming. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this equipment list and basically make workouts based off the floor plan. So they have all recommended open equipment, 30 feet of flat space suitable for covering movements over a distance, a 15-foot rope, 2 dumbbells at 70, 50, and 35, and gymnastics rings. Now, that is a very short.
It's the small. You have the most people using stuff, and it's the smallest list of equipment out there. When I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, all right, you guys are now you're going to test my creativity is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Test my creativity.
Well, I mean, you got to be very creative because you made up 5 events last night before the floor plans got released.
I'll send the other 5 out to the Patreons. They'll get a free another free 5.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take these equipment list, and we're going to look at the floor plans at which they released late last night, and take a little look. So we'll scroll over to floor plan number 1, and what we have here is basically 2 pairs of dumbbells for both the men and the women. I'm going to go a little closer there. You see that?
Yeah.
A 25-foot distance between the dumbbells and another tape line. And then what's interesting here is they put where the athletes should be stationed. Now, I don't know if we're going to do the what I think it's going to be or what I think they're going to do. Like what I want to do or what we think they're going to do, and how literal you want to get with it. So, Bill, since you programmed 10 of these already, let's go. Yeah. We'll go event by event between you and me, but lead us off here. So what do you have planned for the teams?
All right. So here's when I looked at that, I'm like, okay, those X's have to be that way for a particular reason. And when I look at that, I think this is going to be a version of what the individuals did. So we're going to have some sort of handstand, something, and then some lunges, what I think. So the way I set it up was male-female pairs working, and you go from the lunging to the other side. So lunging to the wall is what it's going to look like. So we are going to go 20, 10, 30.
Okay.
The men are going to do strict handstand push-ups and a 50-foot overhead lunge. So down and back with the lunge.
Oh.
The women are going to do wall walks and 50-foot overhead lunges. They're going to go 5, 10, 15. So the way it's going to work is athlete 1 of the men and the women go. They start with their 10 handstand push-ups and the 5 wall walks, while the other is doing the lunge. They lunge down and back. When everyone finishes their part, they flip. So they each get through the 10 and the 50 and the 5 and the 50. Then from there, they do the exact same thing, and they go to 20 and 50, 10 and 50.
Mm-hmm.
And they both flip that, and then they go to the 30. So I put a 20-minute cap on it. Okay. So basically what it does is you allow, depending on the teams that you have, the ones that have the more capacity are going to be able to do either the faster wall walks and the higher volume of the handstand push-ups, but it allows some of the other teams that did decent in the quarterfinals to at least be able to play the game and try to find their way some way through like the strict handstand push-ups and some of the wall walks. Okay. I was a little hesitant on the wall walks because we did them in the open, but when I'm looking at that, it looks to me with the way that those X's are set up is that you have to, there's got to be some other movement that's going on. That just doesn't seem right to me. So that's got to be there for a reason. Of course, this is my second version of this. So I'm like, screw you guys, you're getting wall walks. So there. And what do we say last night? Never program angry.
Never program. That's right. Bill was so pissed off that the floor plans came out late night because he had already planned his 5 team workouts that he's like, fuck it, I'm not.
Man, I had to coach the early classes in the morning, so I'm like getting ready to go to bed, and you're like, all right, they came out, and like, shit, I got like 30 minutes now to come up with whatever.
Okay,
Oh,
so
well.
a question from Stefan here. There's no box for handstand push-ups. Are
True.
you doing the literal sense? Like, honestly, the way I'm looking at it, like, I'm doing the. I mean, I know they gave us a curveball with the old bench.
I was thinking about wall sits.
Oh, are you really?
No.
Dude, wall sits suck. Wall sits are awful. Absolutely awful. I don't like any, I don't like the leg pump. I don't like that feeling. Arm
Oh,
pump, chest pump is fine.
I just got another idea.
Uh-oh.
I'll let you do yours though. I'll let you do yours. Go ahead.
All right. What's this? Let's see. Do the teams answer this question? For those of you guys following us on YouTube, Will say, "Hey, what's up, Will? Do the teams have to do all the distance of the lunges, or can
You're so look at you
the distance of the
being
lunges?
all coy.
They didn't read the standards." That is a great question, Will. One of which is above my pay grade, or one that I feel like I will lose any pay grade.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they rectify the non-loophole, which was made a loophole on the individual side. Okay.
Totally. Jeez.
My event number 1.
Yeah.
So we have our same-sex pairs. Now, what I'm looking at this is I look at the male one and female one will be working at the same time. And that the male is starting at the dumbbells and the female is starting at the line. So what male one is going to do, he's going to do 10 dumbbell hang power cleans. While the female does a 50-foot handstand walk. So I'm with you that I do believe it's going to be dumbbell work and handstand push-ups. But since we don't have a wall designated, because I'm going just literally what I see.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do something inverted. So let's do handstand walks because I think shuttle runs will be later. And I don't, anyways. So 10 dumbbell hang power cleans while the female athlete does a handstand walk. And then like you, they switch. Okay. Now, what they're going to do is they're just going to do back and forth, and then switch with the pairs behind them. That's why they're standing back there. So male 1, 10 dumbbell hang power cleans, female 1, 50-foot handstand walk, switch, handstand walk male, handstand walk or power clean female, and then they switch with the pair behind them. And they do the same thing, and they're just going to alternate 10 rounds back and forth. Nothing crazy. Nothing sexy. It's 50 total dumbbell hang power cleans. The weights I'm picking is 50 and 35 for this event.
Yeah.
And 250 feet of total handstand walks.
Okay.
It's really a churn and burn paired relay while one does work while the other.
Okay.
So that's what I'm
going. I actually really like that. With the handstand walk for sure. I was thinking using that that wall, if it is a wall. I don't know if it is a wall or not, but
what's up, she who will not be named? I see her on your husband's profile.
The doing like a static handstand hold or something like that while they're doing the
yeah.
But
so, yeah, that's what I have.
I like that. That's cool.
And hang power clean. So it's fast, it's high skill, but the hang power cleans are gonna mess with the handstand walks, and you interwork with male female partners in the team relay. So 10 total.
Okay. I like it.
That's mine. All right, let's move on to floor plan number 2. Whoa,
looks exciting.
Look at that.
Looks exciting, everybody.
Looks like floor plan number 1 without the dumbbells.
So and let's have less equipment.
All right, I would love to see what your event 2 is.
Okay, so I had this. I obviously think that there's going to be shuttle runs in this, but the way I didn't think it would just be shuttle runs. So instead of putting my handstand walks in the first event, I put my handstand walk in this event. So this is straight relay conga style. One goes smack the hand, the other one goes. And the way you're going to do this is going to be 18-minute AMRAP, 50-foot handstand walk, and 4 laps of the shuttle sprint. So down and back with the handstand, down, back, down, back, down, back, down, back, sprint, smack the hand.
Okay.
So very high intensity, moving, have to get going. They're going to be a lot faster shuttles than what the individuals had to do because you have the break in between. But it's literally all go. And I think that'll put a lot of pressure on the handstand walks because now I put 5-foot increments. But I want it to make it to where people are going to try to race those. and they're going to end up falling. I mean, I was thinking about they had to do the whole thing unbroken, but I think that would bring the intensity down, and so I want to be able to keep it up so it keeps them moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, 50-foot handstand walk, 4 laps of the shuttle.
Okay, so basically 1 down and back with the handstand walk, 2 down and back with the shuttles.
No. 1 down and back. Jesus, yeah. The fact that we have to we get lost on the definitions after this last week, it's so lame.
Details
so
matter,
bro. Down and back with the handstand walk.
Got it.
So that's 1 lap.
Okay.
Not 1 length, but 1 lap.
Right.
Then we have 4 laps of the shuttle.
Oh,
so
4
down,
laps.
Back, okay. Down, back, down, back, down, back.
Got it. Okay, got it.
So I mean, if you judge the time when the individuals were doing it, that really honestly takes about 10 seconds. So these go really, really quick. And I think that it'd be a lot of handstand walk, but getting the heart rate revved up there super fast, and then getting a lot of rest. So you're basically getting a 3-to-1 rest.
Yeah.
Which keep it up. It'll keep it up high. So I think it'd be fun.
I like it. So that's what I originally wanted to do as well. And then I looked at event 1 and event 4, and it made me, I don't know why it made me change it, because they did the same unilateral pair up in the individuals, but I did anyways. Okay. So what I did, nothing sexy, 0 sexiness, 10-minute AMRAP relay style, like you have, of 2 laps. So down and back twice of just shuttle runs. That's it. Just do down, back tag. And it's just a full send for 10 minutes. And you're not getting much rest. You're basically doing an EMOM. I feel like down and back twice is going to take 15 seconds if you're hauling. And you do that 10 of those. I mean, basically you do 10 100-foot sprints on an EMOM all out, which is terrible. It's not sexy. You're going to get dizzy, but I just have a weird feeling. I have a very 7 minutes of burpees feeling about this.
All right.
If that makes sense.
All right.
But I like yours a lot. I would love to do that one way more than mine, because mine is 1, boring. But I do have a feeling that it might be something like that. But I like.
Well, I mean, how could it not be something like that? I mean, that has to be in here. They're going to have shuttle sprints in it. I mean, they can't not have it.
Something as plain and boring as just shuttle runs.
I hope not. I mean, I hope not.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a judge on that.
Right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 95, 97, 98, 375, 376.
Ooh, Tabata shuttle runs. That's a terrible workout idea.
Oh,
great one. I like it. All right. So you have 1 lap. So each person, 1 down and back handstand walk, 4 down laps, and back shuttle runs, and then the next person comes in.
Yep.
And how many, is it rounds or AMRAP? I couldn't remember.
I have how many rounds? Because it's an AMRAP. It's 18-minute AMRAP.
AMRAP and 18. Okay. So mine is just down and back twice, relay style like yours, but 10 minutes. So the cap is. But then again, we don't have the handstand walks. Okay.
Right.
All right. Let's go to floor plan number 3. And this is interesting. I had a hard time trying to think of something here. I can only assume that this is, they said stimulus is going to be the same. This was actually event 3 for the individuals was the rope climb event. It was that 25 cap 1 with the half shuttle runs. Where event 4 was their strength one. I'm really curious to see what you do for this one.
So my initial, before I even saw the floor plan, I had an event, and I really actually liked this event. My original version was 12-minute clock. You have the first 2 athletes, 1 male, 1 female, doing a 3-minute AMRAP of max reps of overhead squat at 1 weight. So 135 and 95.
Yes.
The next one would be the following pair, and the weight goes up 165, 115. The next 3-minute AMRAP would be the first pair again, 205, 145. And the last 3-minute AMRAP is the last pair, 225, 155. That was my initial.
Okay.
After I saw the floor plan.
Oh, so this was your guess before you even saw the floor plan?
That was before I even saw it.
Oh, that's funny, because in my head I was like, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
My once I saw the plan, I changed it to 4-minute AMRAPs. The same basic idea, but 4-minute AMRAPs. Oh, no, I can't do it that way.
Uh-oh. You want to do mine and then you think?
Let me kind of, well, I'll massage this as we go here. Here's what I have. Here's
Organic
what I have.
programming, everyone. Get ready. This is honestly though, like, not to derail the conversation. Well, actually, this is part of the conversation. How many workouts have you programmed just talking about, hey, you know, it would be cool, and then by the end of the conversation,
I know.
you're like, hey, we're doing this next week, and it's your fault.
Dang it. All right. So here's what I see it as. I see it as 4-minute blocks. Okay. Same setup. So 12-minute AMRAP. The first line. So that 5 feet segment. In that 4-minute block, male 1 and female 2 will do as many pistols as they can do in 4 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
At the 4-minute mark, they move forward to barbell 1. Athlete 2, male and female, come into the pistols. Now they are working on pistols. Athlete 1 and 2 are at the barbells. They will do thrusters at 135, 195.
Okay.
At the
max in 4 minutes.
Max at 4 minutes.
135 and 95.
At the 4-minute mark, well, I guess at the 8-minute mark now, they will move to the second barbell. The male 2 and female 2 will move to the thrusters. They'll be doing their thrusters. And then the male and female, I guess it's actually going to end up being 16 minutes, not 12. They will do overhead squats, because I'm going to put overhead squats in there. God dang it.
Yeah.
And they're going to do, I'm going to call 205, 145.
Whew.
As many as they can do.
Same weight they had at Wodapalooza, right?
Yeah.
For that.
So depending how many they get, if they don't get any, cool. They have their 4 minutes to do whatever. Then at the end of the 12-minute mark, they move out. They're done. The second athletes will move into that spot, and we have total reps out of everybody.
I like that. The pistol, damn it, that's a great call. I'm not going to change mine, but I think you're right. I think that first section is for pistols. All right, so 4 minutes. Male 1, female 1 move into section 1.
Max pistols.
They advance forward. Max thrusters at 135 and 95. They advance forward. Max overhead squats at 205 and 135. And the pair behind them just follow suit.
Yep.
And total reps collective for the team.
Yeah.
That's good. Oh.
Yeah, Wesley, they'll need about 95 judges for my event. About 95.
I would assume you'd have to have like 2 judges, unless you made everybody do synchro.
I mean, originally it was.
I mean,
I was thinking about synchro. I could see it.
Yeah,
but what I wanted is I wanted an all out. Yeah,
because synchro is going to slow everybody down and screw everybody up.
And I have that later. I have the synchro stuff later anyway. So
I do too. Okay, I really like that. Mine is not as clever as that. So 3, 2, 1, go. They go to the first section where the bars are at in blue. Male 1, female 1, and all that's waiting for them is a 155-pound bar and a 105-pound bar, and they're just doing partner DT. 5 rounds, and they can switch back and forth as however they want, but they have to go back behind the 5-foot line to tag. So they can't be right behind each other. That's more of the station line. Okay. So really what I would do is like, I'd sprint out and hit 1 round all out and then run back and tag my partner.
Yep.
They'll be able to do the second round faster than I can do that one. Once you go through 5 rounds, break it up as needed. You advance to the second bar, and now it's heavy DT. 205 and 145, which is funny because we have the same weights at the end. Mine's just doing yours doing overhead squats. And so you go 5 rounds of regular DT into 5 rounds of heavy DT, and the time stops when both pairs are finished with all the reps.
I like that a lot. That'd be super fun. Actually, that would be really fun to do.
I think that'd be super fun to do. And and I just have them stage back that line. So you can change however you want, but there is some strategy that comes in with that. It's like, in the first bar, it's no big deal. It's going to be as basic as I'm going to hit around, you're going to hit around. But maybe since I'm the weaker guy, I do 3 rounds of light DT so that you're fresh for the first round of heavy DT.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm going to have you do all the deadlifts.
Do you have a minimum? Would you have a minimum? You have to do so many rounds per bar?
Nope.
Like each athlete, or you can just do it. So I could do all 5 if I want, and just save the other heavy for the other bar.
Yes, you could.
Okay.
I don't want to pigeonhole anybody. But it will.
That'd be super fun. That would be a fun one.
So 5 rounds normal DT paired up, 5 rounds heavy DT paired up. Time stops when both pairs are done. Well, I'm gonna take the under. Is the under early? Actually, I'm gonna take the over. They're gonna be released like Friday morning because they're so afraid.
They'll be released on Saturday. What are you talking about? Hey guys, you have to start. You got to start submitting your scores on Friday, but we will have the workouts released Saturday evening, 7 p.m.
Yeah, everyone missed the first 24-hour window. No one is going to miss the game. All right,
that'll mess up Brian Friend's power rankings for the team right there.
Did you see what I did? Like a moron. I left. So I was part of this rank your top 20, man. And I had all these spreadsheets going. I've never gotten so nerdy in my life. Like I don't run numbers. I just watch. I'm not an analytics.
You're not a stats guy.
Yeah. I'm not a statistician.
Right.
I'm an analyst.
Right.
Based off experience and what I see. Basically, it's like I'm not Moneyball. I'm a scout.
Yep.
And I was just plugging and playing and doing these things and and I somehow deleted Catherine David's daughter off of my Excel spreadsheet. And I was so effing tired because I did this late Friday because Brian wanted him on Friday. And I totally left her off my top 20 list.
Oh, shit.
And I'll take all the hate. Like, how could you hate? I was like, I don't. I think she's amazing, but I left her off the list. And so I had a message her like, hey, my bad. It was not a shot. I totally forgot. All right. Let's move to now this one. Number 4. Very interesting. So 15-foot rope in the middle. The starting green arrow is where all the athletes, I guess, will be. 8 feet away is a pull-up rig that has 2 spots for athletes. And then next to the rope, which is an 8-foot distance away, are 2 boxes and 2 pairs of dumbbells, both men and women weight. So, with all of this at your disposal, Bill, what do you got?
This is my chunk workout. We're taking chunks.
Ooh,
so 18-minute time cap. 200 synchronized toes to bar. Only 2 people can work at a time.
Ooh, okay.
So you can break it up. Male, have someone stay on there. The female hop in. Can't move until everyone's on the bar. But 2 people working at a bar to bust out 200 synchronized toes to bar. Then you have 200 box step overs.
Okay.
Got to work on that. Again, 2 working at a time. Obviously it's going to have to be male, female. So you could change your female if you want to, but you have to have male, female working since you only have the 2 sets of dumbbells there. And then after you get through the 200, then you have 20 rope climbs that the group must do as a whole, with every member, if you finish, has to do at least 3 rope climbs.
Okay.
Yeah. So that way it keeps everyone, you can't bury someone and that now they can't climb. I want everyone to have at least the ability to showcase that. But so 200 sync toes to bar, 200 box step overs, 20 rope climbs.
Nice. Box height?
I didn't think about it. 24 and 20.
Okay. Dumbbell weight?
50s and 35s.
Cool. I like that. That's close. So we're like dancing around each other's until we get to the final. Okay, so here's mine. Everyone starts at the green. A pair moves to the rig, and they hop up, and they just hang. And while they hang, the other pair is doing 20 box step overs synchro. Now, what I would like them to do is use a 20-inch box for both the men and the women, because we're doing weighted box step overs, which means the height should be same. That's why you have different weights. Having a male step onto a 24-inch box and a woman and a female, or a female athlete on a 20, is I think just like giving them a 9-foot wall ball target. That's what I think. So
100%.
what are they going to do?
Right.
What are they
Exactly.
going to do? They're going to make them do
20.
20 and 24.
That's why I said that.
What do I want them to do? 20-inch box for both, because this is where the 70s and the 50s are coming in.
Yeah.
All right. So they can only work in synchro over the box while the other pair is hanging from the rig. And then they switch. Or so they go hang, step over, switch, hang, step over, and then 15 rope climbs as a team after it. That's one round. I think they're going to do 4 of them, which is 80 total step overs, 60 total rope climbs, plus the hangs.
Okay.
Now the rope climbs, they can do whatever they want. They can stand there, 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 3, whatever. But 3 2 1 go. Pair hangs, 20 alternating step overs with the 70s and 50s. The games will make them do a 20 and 24-inch box, but I want them 20s across the board. Switch back and forth. 15 rope climbs at the end of each round, 4 rounds. That simple. Synchro on the box step overs.
I like that. I like that.
As I say that out loud, that sounds really hard.
Yeah. Totally. Who was that? I think it was Stefan. You know, you're right. With the 70s, I messed up. I would have had that on my first event. Just so I think that's what I think I would have had them up there since the lunge was relatively short.
Well, when we go through them again, you throw them
I'll throw it back up on that one. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. That's funny. But yeah, it's just 20 step overs while they hang, switch. Once they do that, 15 rope climbs, then 4 rounds. I wanted maybe 3 rounds. I don't know, but that's what I think it is.
Okay.
All right. So that's event 4 as we come to the 5th and final floor plan, where we have athletes start facing pull-up rig, 15-foot distance between the lines of the rig and the barbell, and then rings in the middle with a camera shooting at that angle. So, Bill, what is your 5th and final event?
I like this one.
Me too.
All right. I was a little unsure of the time cap on this one, but I'll say just for the moment, somewhere between 15 to 18 minutes, somewhere in there. Everyone has to hang on the bar. So on that pull-up bar, everyone starts there, 3 2 1 go. Everyone jumps up on the rig except for one athlete. They will be out doing ring muscle ups. The team has to get through 60 ring muscle ups as a whole.
Okay.
You can only get ring muscle ups done one athlete at a time, and the rest of the time, everyone's hanging on the pull-up bar until those are all done.
Oh, so everyone's on the pull-up bar except the one?
Everyone's hanging except for the person doing the ring muscle up.
Okay.
When they're done with that, all 4 athletes line up on their bar, and they will have to do 30 synchronized snatches at 185, 135.
Oh,
they can squat snatch, they can power snatch, they can do whatever, but they'll hike their way through that snatch.
Bill, you did program angry last night.
I was pissed.
All right, so 60 ring muscle ups as a team.
Yep.
1 working, 3 hanging.
Yep.
Can only work while all 3 are hanging.
Yep.
And then when completed, they all move to the barbells together. 30 snatches at 185 and 135.
Yeah. No, I'll admittedly, it was a last minute change because there was so much of the squatting on the other part. So my initial was hang squat cleans. But that's a lot of squatting. So I made it on the sync snatches. I'll keep 30. I could probably bump it down to 20. But the idea is that that's their worm without a worm kind of a thing, is that everyone has to move the barbell or the objects together.
Got it.
So that's kind of my plan. I'll keep it 30 for as it is. I mean, I think 20 would probably be better, but screw it. We'll say 30.
This is Benita's question as well. Just what is going to be synchro for the snatches?
They have to end up at the end of the snatch all overhead.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter how they, like, I can snatch first and get it up overhead, and I got to sit there and wait until you get yours up. I can power snatch mine up and sit there and wait while you prep yourself, get yourself through your squat, snatch, drop into the squat, and then everyone's up. When all 4 athletes are up, that rep will count.
Okay. Wait, is it squat or power or either?
Either. It's
Okay.
snatch. Whatever
As
you
long
want.
as you, one could
As long
squat.
as everybody's up.
Power. Stand up at the top. Good. That's one.
It's kind of like the bar muscle up where it counts when everyone's up top.
Yeah. Gotcha. I like that. All right. Mine, I'm doing bulk work. So I am taking the athlete starts because as a literal position, right? So the 3 will be waiting in the wings there. They start on the pull-up bar and they just do 100 toes to bar. Okay, so I'm trying to mimic basically the full send portion of the event 5, like the individuals had.
Got it.
So 100 toes to bar. Mix and match everyone. Someone could do 99 and the next person can do 1. Don't care. Get the work done. Go to the rings. 40 ring muscle-ups as a team, but they have to stay behind that 15-foot line. Mix and match. Then 10 overhead squats, all 4 synchronized at 185 and 135. So it's about as fast as you could go for a sprint one for the team. 100 toes to bar, everybody rips off 25. Then they go to the rings, everybody does 10 in a row, boom, 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 boom. Then they all run to the barbell together, synchronized 10 overhead squats at 185 and 135. Done. We'll see.
Man, I like that. I wish they would have had another pair of rings there for something like that.
Someone's knocking at my door.
Hey.
I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness. Hey, while Chase is checking out whoever's knocking at the door, I got to tell you guys how stoked I am that you guys hang out on our podcast and we see you guys every time. And then when we see Sevon's podcast or any of the other podcasts, you guys are all there. You guys are like podcasting champions.
UPS guy. UPS guy.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know if it was an important piece. I was like, why are you knocking? Just put that shit there in the front.
I was just thinking our podcast crew for showing up as they always do, like in full force. And then you see them on the other podcasts as well. It's just cool. It's super cool.
It's really cool.
Maybe nerds, but the hottest nerds around, so it's cool.
Damn right. All right, let's do this. Let's go back through what we just did. You go through all of yours.
Okay.
And I'll list I'll put up the floor plan as you get to it.
Okay. Number 1, 20-minute time cap. Male female pairs. Pair 1 working and then flip-flopping. So they go from the male going 10 strict handstand push-ups and the female going 5 wall walks into 50-foot overhead lunges using your heavy dumbbells. So I'll put the dumbbells on that one, the 70 and the 50. Then you flip-flop. And once that first round is done between the two, then you go to 20 and 10 on the strict handstand push-ups and the wall walks, 50 overhead lunges still, and then you flip-flop, and then you go to 30 strict handstand push-ups, and then 15 wall walks.
Ooh. All right.
Shoulder balls. Number 2, this is my Conga style sprint, 18-minute AMRAP, 50-foot handstand walk in 5-foot increments, and 4 laps, 4 down and backs, or 8 lengths, however you want to look at it, whatever definition we decide to use. Do all of those. Actually, so that'd be 10 laps total. If you look at everything, you're going down and back 10 times, either on your hands or running. Then you smack hands, and then the other athlete goes.
We're going down and back 5 times.
Yes, down and back 5 times, or 10 lengths. 5 laps, 10 lengths. We got to be now we got to be like Sevon. Hey, find the definition of laps for me. Hey,
well, as a swimmer, I'll tell you right now what a lap is. It's a down and back.
There you go. I knew that would work for you. Number 3, we have the 16-minute clock in 4-minute AMRAP setups. Male and female pair 1 go out with as many pistols as they can get. 4 minutes are up. They move to the first lifting area, and they do thrusters, 135, 95, as many as they can get. Then they move to the third segment, the third barbell, and it's as many overhead squats as they could get, 205, 145. As they move out, the last team will follow right behind them in the 4-minute increments. So they will start 4 minutes late and then 4 minutes after. So 12 minutes of work with a 16-minute clock.
Still a conga line.
It's a conga line.
Yeah, I like this one. I like this one that you have. Oh, that's way better. Look at that.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Whoopsie.
That's really cool.
Oh.
Number 4. 200 synchronized toes to bar with 2 athletes at a time. Any athletes can work. To 2 box step overs, 2 working at a time. 50s and 35s. I said 200 on that, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then 20 rope climbs. 200, 200, and then 20 rope climbs.
I think I have 200 toes to bar.
Yeah, 200 toes to bar
at the end, and I put in like 60 rope climbs. I may amend my numbers when I come back around.
Who put the? You don't need any judges to count. Actually, yeah, I heard that actually yesterday. All you need to put is 1, and then when they ask for the video, then you can submit the video with the right score.
I feel like last year they had 2 judges. I can't remember what they mandated.
I think they did too. I mean, I think you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Number of reps really don't matter. Alyssa, gosh dang it, you're not wrong. That's the problem. That's what's so sad. Okay, and then the 15-minute time cap. All hanging on the pull-up bar. 3, 2, 1, go. Everyone jumps up on the pull-up bar except for the person doing ring muscle-ups, and the team has to get 60 ring muscle-ups done. You can only have 1 person working at a time, and while they are working, everybody must be on the pull-up bar. Once they are done with the 60, they go to 30 all sync snatches at 185, 135. Any way you want. Power snatch, muscle snatch, squat snatch, with the synchronized ending up at the top.
I like it. All right. Oh, let's see. My event 1, male, female working together. The male will start with 10 dumbbell hang power cleans at 50 pounds. The female will do a 50-foot handstand walk down and back. When she gets back, they'll switch. So she'll do the 10 hang power cleans and he will do the handstand walk, and they will switch with their male and female pair 2. And they'll flip back and forth for 10 total rounds. So each of them will get 5. My event 2 is 10-minute AMRAP of shuttle run relay. Down and back twice, get back in line, full send. I think it's going to be that boring. It'll also be that terrible and not fun to judge. Event 3, male, female 1 will move into the lifting area where they will do DT, 5 rounds of 12, 9, 6 deadlift, hang power clean, shouldered overhead at 155 and 105. They can exchange any point in time they want with their other partner. Once they finish 5 rounds, they'll move to the second barbell where they'll do heavy DT at 205 and 145. No minimum work requirement. They just have to run back to the starting tape line to tag their partner in. Event 4, I have 3, 2, 1, go. We have a pair go to the pull-up bar where they will hang, and that means the pair over by the boxes can do their 20 alternating box step overs, 70 and 50 pounds each with a 24 and 20-inch box, even though me and Bill says it should be 20. They will switch rounds. Actually, you know what I'll do here? Give me a second. I'm going to do this. Round 1, pairs hang while partners work, and they're going to do 30 box step overs.
Oh, okay.
And then they'll do 10 rope climbs at the end, and then they'll switch for round 2. Okay?
All right.
So they're going to do 4 rounds. 3, 2, 1, go. The pair hangs. The other pair will do 30 box step overs. Then they'll go to the rope together, do 10 rope climbs, and then pair 2 will go to the boxes and pair 1 will go to the rig for round 2. So you do 4 total rounds. There'll be 60 total box step overs between them. You can only work while they're hang, and it has to be synchronized. The synchronization will be they have to start the step at the same time. So if one's over the box, whatever. And then they'll do 10 collective rope climbs at the end of each round. That's what I'm going to change mine to. I just think it'd be faster work and harder on the grip for both pairs, which means the rope climbs will suck. And then in event 5, 3, 2, 1, go. Bulk work, 100 toes to bar as a team, split the work up as needed. 40 ring muscle ups, split the work as needed. All 4 go to the bars where they will do 10 synchronized overhead squats as a team at 185 and 135. That's what we got.
I like it.
That's what we got.
I like it a lot.
I'm curious. I really have no idea what they're going to do because last year's team workouts were so terrible that I don't have a good gauge of how they program because they have yet to program any good team events.
I know. I feel like as we were going through this, I feel like we tried to throw. Oh, look at you, good girl. I feel like we tried to get as much different versions of that as we could. We have our all sync.
Yeah.
We have our bulk work, do whatever you want. We have our, paired synchronization. We have our people are holding on while someone else is doing something. We have a lot of the different pieces in there that you would normally see at a regular team competition, like, Granite Games or Wadapalooza or the Shizzy, right? So I think I really like ours. I'm very interested to see what it will look like from the game's point of view.
Yeah, I'm curious too. Let's see. Why were because they weren't team workouts.
No.
Anita has a question is why were the 2021 workouts terrible? Because they were recycled versions of the individual quarterfinals in a team setting, and they were more like relay format, which isn't a team event. Like you can do like there should be a relay, but really a relay is just adding up everybody's time together.
Right.
Unless you're doing multiple rounds over and over and there's rest and work, like conga line stuff. But they just weren't team events. That's why they were bad. There's another question from Chad. Why does the distance / location of the rings not matter for event number 5? That's a great question. And that's why I think because it's going to be bulk work, there's not going to be a big back and forth of rounds that it's going to matter.
You want to know what I think? Honestly, I think that it has to do with how is your gym set up. Like it's kind of hard to discern. Do you have a pull-up bar with rings next to it close enough like that you can get a 15-foot segment? So I don't think it's that the rings have to be X amount of feet away from the pull-up rig.
Yeah, but they did it for the rope climb.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
Like even like that one, they're now saying that your gym has to be set up this way.
Well,
and I don't like that. I'll say right now,
minimum, right?
Maybe I don't have a rope that's 5 feet away from my pull-up rig.
Right. Well, it's 8. You're getting old.
No, it's because I'm looking at the small screen. Looking at the small screen.
Yeah. So okay, that's a good question, Chad.
Yeah.
Good question.
I guess if it's minimums, but then they should have had this red, like that red circle that they have. That's showing the minimum.
That's what I'm saying.
Why not have the minimum on the other part? Like why not continue that circle all the way around?
Yeah. What? That's yeah. I don't know why. It's really weird because they have literally everything else mapped out. Distance diameter of the plyo box from the rope, the distance of the pull-up bar at minimum from the rope, the distance between the lifting areas of the starting line on the barbell.
Yeah.
The distance here and the distance here, right? Like so. Yeah, that's.
Okay. Go back to the barbell one. What was that 3?
Yeah.
All right, so 5 feet. So I do think that's going to be something like pistols or whatever. Why 10 feet?
I think you're right. Maybe just for safety, bar movement.
Maybe.
It's just, could you do it in 5 feet? Yes. I just think it's room for bouncing bars. That's it. I don't think there's something like sneaky in there.
Huh. Or
maybe there is. Maybe there's a bench.
I mean, right. No.
Benita, what'd she say? I would not want to be a gym owner trying to set up these workouts around classes. That's why I don't do these workouts with the classes.
Yeah, that's the open is for that. Or the individual ones you can do.
Yeah.
For the most part.
What I would do was, let's see, what would I do? Because here's the thing, like most of these events are due middle of the day anyways. And if it's just your one team, like if the gym was cool with it, I'm like, hey guys, afternoon, our team is going for the semifinals. We're going to shut down the afternoon classes to do the workouts, just like we did in the open. And it's 1 week. And really, I think that's kind of cool.
Totally.
I mean, it's just like, hey, team's going for it. The more people we can get there, the better. Come work out at 5 or 6 in the morning or whatever your mid-morning noon class is. And we're going to throw down the gym for 2 events and let's like get our team to semifinals. Like, let's make it a community deal. And the team would definitely want that. They don't want to just be doing this by themselves with a coach barking at them. I wouldn't want to do that. Actually, I like it when coaches yell at me, but that is my love language as an athlete. Just belittle me and tell me I'm not good enough. It's true. My entire athletic career was just based around, I'll show you, damn it.
You don't love me. I'm going to prove you next time.
I'll show you, to cut me from the basketball team when I was in 7th grade because I hadn't matured yet until I was 25, and my wife would still debate the fact that I've matured at all at 39. All right, I'll stop. That's dumb. All right, gang. We would love to hear your thoughts. If you guys are patrons of the show, you support us on patreon.com. We'll type these up and post these out. Bill will also throw in, you're going to throw in your bonus 5?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So those guys listening, you got 10 team workouts to take home and play around with and let us know what you think. We're going to throw an extra 5 for those of you guys that support us on patreon.com for just $6 a month. We'll get free stuff like this, athlete workout tips, tricks, other episodes that we don't do on YouTube now that we'll do exclusively for you guys. But what I loved here is we tend to do very similar events and tests with individuals. Same for the masters, right? We're like, okay, these masters are over at squatting for sure. Right. And they're going to do it here in the strength test. But our team events are so different.
Well, I think that when you have, I mean, there's so much. Not only do you have the event itself for variety, but now you have how are you going to make these 4 people work? Are you going to? I mean, immediately on every single event, you have everyone's working together. You have Conga style. You're like waterfall. You have relay. You have working pairs. So on every single event, you have 4 possible iterations. Even if we had the exact same event, we could have the exact same movements, the exact same rep schemes, whatever. And then you look at one of those 4 ways and you instantly have 4 more versions of that. So the options are, I feel are like you kind of go off in these weird little tangents, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what they are. We'll see when they get posted. And then come Monday or Tuesday next week, we will analyze the team workouts as they unfold over the weekend. I'm curious to see. I hope they do another worldwide leaderboard like they did for the indivials for teams.
They actually get it out.
Yeah.
Like relatively soon.
I mean, eventually they did it, thankfully. But I'm very curious. Oh, you know who I ran into before we sign off? Like you ran into Dave.
Yeah.
Boz came to the gym.
What? To yours?
Yeah.
What was he doing in Dallas?
He was in town for a wedding.
Oh, dang. That's cool.
It's like, hey, I just landed in Dallas. Got some time to kill. It's like, do you know a good barbecue place? I'm like, hell yeah, I do. You're in Texas, bro. Like,
yeah. It's like pick a corner.
Yeah. Just like close your eyes, throw a rock, and walk to where the sound was. So yeah, he came by. It was funny because like, you know, we're friends with all of these people, then they're friends of ours. Like this is, and him and Kimmy actually came to the gym Friday afternoon.
That's cool.
After they were done, and everyone in the gym was like, is that? Yeah. I was like, oh, Boz? Yeah, no big deal. He's like,
no big whoop.
It was kind of one of those like, yeah, you know, he's just stopping by the gym because that's, you know, that's we're cool like that. It was fun because, you know, anytime we usually get to hang out, you know, and like Dave included, it was always like during an event.
Yeah.
And when it's during an event, those two are just like exposed nerves of focus and intensity because they have a job to do and they take that job very, very seriously. So we do get to interact and have fun, but when they're the most fun is when we get to see them outside of that, outside of a CrossFit function, when you just get to hang and like we just hung out in the gym for like an hour, hour and a half. My kids were there, so like they got to meet my kids, and it was cool. It was really
That is
cool.
awesome.
It was
That
good
is
to see him.
awesome.
But like, dude, everybody was at that wedding. Like Lisa Ray, Chuck, Tim Chan. Like,
whoa, who got married?
God, I forgot off the top of my head. It was a seminar staff, Flo.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Yeah, it was really cool. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us live on YouTube. Thank you for interacting with us the entire time. We really, really do appreciate it. It makes it so much. I mean, we already have fun. We had fun when me and Bill were just like talking in a silo together, recording these episodes for you guys. But interacting with y'all, you do make this show better. So really do appreciate you guys spending your time with us and possibly getting fired from your job. You guys are on YouTube all day.
Just keep the volume down. Just keep the volume down.
Yeah,
We'll whisper. We will whisper.
It does mean a whole lot. So we thank you guys for hanging with us, and we appreciate all the support, and can't wait for the next episode where we analyze the programming. And then 2 weeks from now, are you going to do age group?
Yeah.
Quarterfinals?
Yeah.
I think I'll be ready. I think my calf will be ready by then. I hope. I really want to do it.
You'll be able to. You'll be able to.
I mean, I'm going to do them. Let's be honest.
Right. Right. Is your calf going to be 100%? That's not the question.
Yeah,
the question is, are you going to do them? Yes, you're going to do them.
Am I going to do them? Yes. Should I do them? Probably not. But ego is my best friend. And self-preservation is not one of my strongest qualities. But all right, gang. Thank you guys for joining us. Have a great weekend. If you are out there competing this weekend on team, good luck. Have fun. Video. Follow the rules. And best of luck. Hope you guys get what you get to semis, because that's when it's going to start to get real fun. But Bill,
my friend,
pleasure, my friend. Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. Peace, everyone.
See you guys later. Bye.